Hello everyone. We're going to be making this shape, which we are going to call the connector model. First thing we're going to attack is this large cylindrical body, which has a height of 30 millimeters. As you notice, I made a note here that all dimensions will be in millimeters. That's a must. And the diameter is 40 millimeters. We're going to do this using a revolve tool because we've been practicing that. So we'll have to keep in mind if the diameter is 40, then the radius will be half of that. So let's get started. Make sure that in your data panel you are in 1.2 part 5. If you're not, make sure you get there. Close your data panel so you have more room to work. Always close it. Alright, before we get started, you're going to go to document settings and make sure that we change from inches to millimeters. And then press OK. Now it says my units is in millimeters and grams. I'm in good shape. So create sketch. We're going to use the front plane, which is the XZ. Now I'm going to use a 2-point rectangle. Start on the origin, and the height was 30. And again, my diameter was 40, so I need to make something half of that. And I use the tab button to get back and forth. And now finish sketch. We're going to use revolve. My profile is already selected. My axis, I'm going to choose this edge. And I want it to be all 360 degrees, and this looks great so far. Create sketch. This time we're going to do it on the top face, and this shape is a 15 by 15 or no, I'm sorry, a 10 by 10 rectangle. So click in the center. We're going to type in 10. Press tab 10, then press enter. Finish sketch. Now I'm going to extrude this. Because this doesn't have round edges, I use the extrude, not the revolve. Okay, the height is actually 15. At this point I'm going to add a fillet. So a fillet means it's going to have a rounded edge. So I'm going to choose all 4 of these sides, so you actually can like see through the piece. You see how I kind of got to go through them all? And this fillet is going to have a radius of 5 millimeters. And then press OK. The last thing that we have to add to this, I need a chamfer on the bottom. So go to modify and choose chamfer and choose that edge. Now this also has a chamfer of 5 millimeters, but it's at a 30-degree angle. So instead of equal distance, we need distance and angle. So my distance, we're going to make 5, but my angle, I'm going to make 30. Now, you could see here in the picture, this is 30 degrees from the horizontal, whereas this looks like it's 30 degrees from the vertical. So what we're going to do is hit this button right here to flip, and that's perfect. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to call it connector model, and hopefully it's saving in your part 5. And let's do the drawing in the next video. Hello, and we're about to continue part 2 of this, which is to make this drawing. So I'm actually going to leave this up while I work. So we should have the connector model still open, and we're going to hit design, drawing from design. Make sure you're in your title block and press OK. This scale I'm going to switch to be 1:1, and I'm going to projected views and OK. That should be shaded. We should be very good at this now. If you don't have your circle created, make sure you do that. And let's go to sketch dimensions. So before we do anything, let's make sure right now my dimension units is in inches. So I need to change that to be millimeters. Alright, now I'm going to go to dimension, and I'll start up here. That is a diameter of 40. My distance from corner to corner has a distance of 10, and the center, I'm going to zoom in, the center of my circle to this bottom spot has a distance of 5, and that edge is 10, and the center of my circle to the left, that is 5. So then I'm going to move this 10 so it's in between. Same thing with the 5, and same thing with this 10. Alright, so now the top piece will look like this. Back to sketch dimensions here. We're going to go from this top all the way to the bottom is 30, and then from here to this spot is 15. This fillet should have a radius of 5. Now this last part's tricky, so first I'm just going to choose this endpoint and this endpoint and go straight down, almost like you have to go down and to the right. Okay, that is 5. Now the next one's definitely tricky. I find it a little easier when I switch to angular dimension, and I wanted to figure out what's the angle of this slant from the horizontal line. So I click on the horizontal line, and then I click on this slant, and then you could see, drag it out, it should be 30. Now if you're set 150, keep bringing this out until you see 30. The last thing you can see, I have a note, all dimensions are in millimeters, so we're going to add that as well. So you go to text, and we're going to draw a text box. This should be in all capital letters, note, colon, 1, there's only 1, but this is always a good practice, all dimensions are in millimeters. And there it is. You are all set. This is the end of this project.